Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Capricorn, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Capricorn, I hope that you're doing well. I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. The first one for the overall energy is going to be from the Wisdom of the Oracle. And at the end, I will read from the book. Excuse me. And I'm debuting a new deck on my channel, the Mindscapes Tarot by John Rice. I followed his path to creating this tarot on Instagram, and I don't know him personally, but I just wanted to give him a shout out and this beautiful, beautiful deck that he just published. And I highly recommend it. It's been giving some beautiful messages thus far. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angels, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Capricorn? Ooh, okay. Okay, number 36, which reduces to a 9. The Hermit card of the Major Arcana, that's Virgo energy, your sister Earth sign. The Hermit card talks about really retreating into oneself for the purpose of spiritual enlightenment, reflection, healing. And the card is come to the edge. Come to the edge. Come to the edge is kind of like staring down the precipice of something, looking something straight in the eye is what I feel. It's like a confrontational energy for me, but in the best way possible. It's like saying that you're in your kind of energy of exploration, of curiosity, that you might not know what's on the next horizon for yourself, but you're not afraid to explore it. I'm seeing like, I'm seeing the Fool card, which often depicts somebody on the edge of a cliff. I'm seeing the Page of Wands, which is a card of somebody who's taking that first step forward into something new, taking inspired action. I feel as though, see, because she's like kind of spreading these, I mean, they could be like rose petals, but I kind of see them as paper hearts. And I'm kind of seeing that at weddings when they, the kind of flower girl puts the flowers out for the bride and groom to come down the aisle. It's kind of like that. It's like this path, like leaving this trail of love in order for someone else to find it. I'm sorry, I'm having a lot of issues with my throat chakra right now, so this could be something that is difficult for you to face or difficult for you to talk about. Maybe it has to do with love. Can love find you? Are you leaving a path for it to find you? Something like that. It could be difficult to talk about because I keep having this frog in my throat, which I did not have before the reading. I did 2 other readings today. I didn't really have any issues. So, you know, maybe you're asking someone else to come to the edge with you, to take a risk, right? Because Spirit is showing me a situation from my own life where it's like, you know, will you take my hand? Will you come with me? So I'm going to pull 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, future, and at the end, I'll get a card of advice from Spirit. This is for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Oh, beautiful. 3 more. One, oh, thank you, Spirit. One more. Just have to show you, Fool card did come out for you, so I was on to something. All right, 6 cards out. Let's start with the past energy. You got the 6 of Branches, or the 6 of Wands in reverse. 6 of Wands in the upright talks about this prosperity period, a period of victory, can talk about public recognition, accolades, awards, promotion. In this depiction, we see this beautiful wooded scene with these flowers at the bottom. Everything is so lush and abundant. It's kind of like showing me how hard work and dedication can pay off. Like at some point, these trees had to be seeded and planted either by person or by nature. And over a process of so much time, they grow fruitful and blossom, bloom. You got this card in reverse though. In the past energy, it kind of shows me that there could have been this feeling where you were coming up short, that it was almost as if the victory was in sight. It was so close you could taste it. You were moving towards it with the Knight of Tides, or the Knight of Cups, coming forward towards it with your most authentic self. You know, the waters here are a little choppy, but you stayed the course, is what Spirit just said. You stayed the course. Eyes forward, movement forward. You're going to keep pushing, keep going, keep sailing. There is no impediment except you and the elements. There's a suggestion that you knew what you were doing, right? So there could have been some confusion. I know what I'm doing. It's the past energy. I know what I'm doing. I know how to steer this ship. I know what I'm up against. Why couldn't I come up with that victory in the way that I was hoping? I think this might have to do with a partnership, high-level commitment, or 2 of Cups. It talks about divine partnership that involved 2 equals. It could also talk about the connection between you and your higher self, or you and your soul space, your soul. When we listen to ourselves, right? When we talk about listening to ourselves, when we become in alignment with what our soul wants, it's like door after door after door begins to open. It's true. It's really true. When we don't neglect our own needs and our own inner yearnings, and we move towards our manifestations and the things we want, we get those things. Now, I don't know when we get those things. For some people, it could be immediate. For some people, it could take years. You know, something that I wanted so badly has taken 9 years for me to get something that I've wanted so badly. Right, and the seas could have been tumultuous, but you stay the course and you believe in something, right? And you have to listen to yourself in order to do that. But it could have been really difficult to kind of come up short, because there's like, I was so sure. And it's not to say that you're still not sure, but I just see in this past energy that there was just, you know, there could have been some karmic lessons that you still needed to learn. It'll be looking back on that now, understanding it, right? Like, sometimes hindsight allows us to see things more clearly. Like in the midst of those 9 years that I'm talking about, There was so much sadness and so much struggle and questioning over and over and over. Other people, myself, the world, why do things happen the way they do? Questioning spirit, the whole thing. And sometimes every day can involve that questioning. But when I look back on what I went through to get to where I am with this thing that I wanted so badly, it's like, oh yeah, I understand now. I can see where all that struggle was purposeful. This could be really difficult to settle with for you because my throat chakra keeps closing. I'm actually going to pick up some lapis lazuli to help me. When you can look back on something and say, yeah, I understand that struggle, it's great. But when you're in the midst of that struggle, it's like you want to just throw everything in the garbage. Like, this is BS. And I'm not meant to experience this, and yet I am. Ugh. I hate this expression, but Spirit's showing it to me. It's kind of like you're not given things that you can't handle. Well, I kind of hate that. I kind of hate that. But I mean, I think you know your own strength and your own capability. But Spirit is bringing that forward as a sentiment that you came to the Earth School to learn some lessons. You are learning them, and you are, I heard exceeding expectations. You're really resilient. But there's something that's happening right now that is calling you to, Spirit just said, put things on the line. Like there's something on the line. I don't know what that something is, right? And obviously use your own discernment. You have free will, right? I always have to like give that disclaimer, right? Like you are in charge of your life. Use your own discernment with what you feel comfortable doing. But I feel as though there's some big risk that you want to take, but you're questioning whether or not you're ready, or you were in the past. In the present moment, this energy makes me feel like you're ready. 8 of Spires, or 8 of Swords, and the Fool card, number 0 in the Major Arcana. The 8 of Spires, the 8 of Swords talks about, in the upright, it talks about analysis paralysis, being stuck in our own head, behind a lot of excuses and a lot of perceived fears and things that could potentially go wrong, but you don't actually know that they will ever come to fruition. That's what anxiety is. It's like fear of the future that is not yet written. And it's your thought process that keeps you stuck in this place, all these mountains that seem impossible to hurdle. You got this card in reverse, so it's almost like lifting yourself out of that doubt and the fear and stepping into something where you can take a risk, right? I said that when I saw this, I thought of the Fool card, and here it is. Taking chances, leaps of faith, believing that Spirit will catch you. And this card represented by a clipper ship. Here we are, right? Here's that ship again. It's like, you know, and have proven to yourself that you can take a certain journey, do it again. Step onto the ship again. It's like take the path less traveled. What are we looking to jump into? Knight of Branches, another knight. Knight of Wands. Something spontaneous, something exciting, creative, inspirational, very highly charged, very solar plexus chakra like really drawing upon our confidence. Also sacral chakra, like our creativity, our zest for life. That's what the Knight of Branches is all about. Very spontaneous. You know, you want to be careful though that it's not just like a flash in the pan. We want to be a little bit more consistent than that. But in this card, it's like they've pitched a tent and they're settled in. It's like we've settled in for the evening. We're pitching the tent, creating a fire, settling in, right? And communing with nature, perhaps. But it's like there's this understanding that there's a new beginning for you on the horizon. And it's like, this is like seize the day energy. Seize the day. So whatever it is that you want to embark, because I'm using that word, because I see the ship there, whatever it is that you want to embark upon, you feel really motivated to do it. Maybe it's taken you a while because you had to get over your fear. I want to pull one more card. Can we have a little hint? What is this? 2 cards came out. The 9 of Spires in reverse. That's good. And the Empress in the upright. Number 3 of the Major Arcana. So Spirit's not telling me exactly what it is, but with the 9 of Spires in reverse, right? This is the card of sleepless nights, worry, nightmare energy, darkness, right? You got this card in the reverse, kind of suggests to me it's from the 8 to the 9 of Spires. It's like releasing all that fear. And then this inherent knowingness that you are capable of attracting things to you. The Empress has the power of all 4 queens of the tarot. She's the master attractor. She knows her worth. She knows what she deserves. And she allows it to come towards her. This is really beautiful energy. Empress card is my favorite card in the tarot. It's basically somebody who knows themselves, knows what they offer the world, and knows what they deserve. You're finally stepping into that. That's just really beautiful. And we just end so epically for you, Capricorn, with number 19, the Sun. This is the best card in the tarot. And not many people get it, but you're getting it. It's your future potential. See these 2 like kind of kids in the distance? They're flying a kite through a sunflower field, right? Flower-lined path, abundant illumination energy, clarity, life-giving, rejuvenation, happiness. This is your path. This is where your future potential is leading. And it's clarified by the Queen of Branches, the Queen of Wands. Beautiful, attractive, sexy. Because really built something for themselves. It's the power behind the throne. Again, with the solar plexus, the confidence chakra. Like really understanding. It's like she's the gardener, right? She's the gardener cultivating the sunflowers that she later planted for herself. So it's almost like, this feels like legacy energy. Like you're excited to embark on a brand new adventure that will result in your legacy. And I don't know what this is, you tell me, but it's really important to you. And because it's your legacy. It feels like a calling. And so therefore Spirit is, thank you, Spirit, supporting it 100%. But it could scare you a little bit, because it's a lot. It's like, you know, like for me, reading tarot is my calling, channeling messages and connecting with Spirit. I never felt so sure about anything in my entire life. Well, one thing I felt sure about. Well, there's one other thing that I felt 100% about. But when I discovered tarot for myself and that I had this ability to connect with Spirit in this way, it was like, there's no way that I'm going to look back. And I'm meant to do this. And I feel it with every fiber of my being. There's nothing else in life except this one other thing that I feel that way about. And this is what it's going to be like for you. But that is intimidating, because it then becomes a sacred responsibility, and you know it. You know how this is how important it is to you. So what's Spirit's advice? Oh, 2 cards came out. I mean, you're well capable of it. Number 8 of the major arcana, the Strength card, and the Ace of Branches, the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. This is Leo energy of the major arcana. Strength talks about this mastery over the beast within, the ego center, the ego, which sometimes, if overblown, causes us to be trapped in our own misgivings, our own sense of overcompensation for something, that we're kind of trying something, we're on a path that's not meant for us because we feel like we need external validation. You know, it's like doing things for other people instead of ourselves. And then when we embody the Strength energy, it's like we've learned how to master those fears and our shadow aspects and all of the things that have held us back, trapped us in fear. Right? And the ego is there to protect us. But when we don't keep that ego in check, it can actually trap us. And that's not what's happening here. There's this sense of calm and peace. And it's like this card is an extension of this scene. Ace of Branches, Ace of Wands, brand new beginning, brand new exciting beginning. This is your cards of advice from Spirit. You are on the right path. Keep going. But don't be afraid to take the risk. Because when you take the risk, right, with your own discernment, it leads to something really spectacular. Let's read from the book, number 36, Come to the Edge. Courage. Taking a leap of faith. See? This is the leap of faith. This is the courage. Overcoming fear and accepting risk. Facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Right? Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. That's a really beautiful reading, Capricorn. I wish you good luck with this. I think that your whole life you've probably made very smart decisions for yourself. Life has probably thrown you some curveballs, but you know how to work your way out of them. This time, however, it's throwing a little bit of caution to the wind, taking a risk for yourself. Be courageous for yourself. If this reading resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Capricorn.